Hi, I'm Tom from New Farm Machinery, and we're at Moree in New South Wales to check out the very first Claas Xerion 5000 tractor to come into Australia. The engine in this particular one is a 12.5 litre 6-cylinder diesel made by Caterpillar, and it's called the Caterpillar C13. It delivers up to a maximum of 524 horsepower. The air intake goes through a dust filter that collects all the coarse grains of dust and gets them out of the system before it even reaches the air cleaner, so therefore extending the life of all your air filters. Moving on to the transmission, this is what makes this tractor really unique. It's the only tractor of this horsepower range that has a Cvt transmission, and by incorporating this into the tractor, they've actually created about a 30% fuel reduction. When you first look at it, you could be forgiven for thinking it's an articulated tractor, but it's actually not. It's built around a rigid frame with all-wheel steering. So there are a couple of benefits from that. One, it's either forward, reverse or all-wheel steering, but it has the facility you can use it in a crab steer configuration. So one, you keep all wheels in good going to maintain maximum traction, and also it reduces soil compaction. At the rear of the tractor, it's set up with 6 sets of remotes. You can get up to a 7th, but to do this, you have to sacrifice the rear 3-point linkage rams. Similarly with the front, there are 2 sets on the front. Take off the front 3-point linkage and you can extend that to 3. When we first got here today, Liam from WJ Matthews spent probably a half an hour with me just giving me the basics, just getting started, getting forward, reverse, cruise control. It was a really easy transition, and I just think if you jump in a tractor like this, don't try and take on too much too soon. Get the basics of the tractor, and then as you get used to it, just start adding other functions to it. First of all, we've got the C-Motion hand controller that gives all your forward, reverse functions, cruise control, and then each button can be allocated a different use to your hydraulics and 3-point linkage. Forward, we have the C-Bus monitor, which is the Claas electronic onboard information system. So in this mode you get all your revs, speed, temperatures, and you can flick it across and get all your working modes. And of course this is the Claas GPS system, which gives you all your auto steer functions as well. And of course on board it's extremely comfortable cab. It's very spacious, but everything's within reach. Inside the cabin, I thought was a real highlight of this machine. Jumping in, it's just a matter of pushing a foot pedal, the steering wheel comes down into a comfortable position, which happens to have 3 separate operations. So you can bring it down, it has a pivot around the middle of the shaft, so you can get the steering wheel right sitting comfortably in front of you, and then you can extend the actual wheel in and out. Been really impressed with it. As I said, there was a few little surprises. When I first looked at it, I thought it's articulated. It's not, it's actually rigid, which has some benefits. And one of those benefits is probably the ride. I found it very simple to get going, get moving. You could hook up a drill or a plough and just set off working. So I think the more people get to know it, get to experience driving it, I think there's a huge market for this tractor. If you want to get the full detailed review of the Claas Xerion 5000, get the next edition of New Farm Machinery magazine.